sweets, I hope you're having a great week. For today, I got the opportunity to haul a couple of things from Maybelline, and in them, I got the Maybelline Dream Urban Full Coverage Protective Makeup Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I got it in 128 Warm Nude, and I was really curious about this one because it said full coverage. I don't go for full coverage. I will try to buff it into my skin and make it look like a medium coverage, but still I wanted to try that foundation. Also, I got the opportunity to finally get the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I got it in 05 in Fair because I use this powder to set my entire complexion, but I don't use it to set my concealer, and it is recommended as a powder that you can use to set your concealer, so I wanted to try that out. Also, I already used this concealer, but I have it in Fair and I think it is too light for me, so I got it in Warm Light. I already know that this is a good concealer, but it is a new shade for me. And I got the opportunity to get the bronzer, the CD bronzer. I got it in the shade 100, which is the lightest one. So I think that's everything that I have new for my complexion. Let's just start with the tutorial. I'm gonna first start by prepping my face. I have already washed and moisturized my face, and I'm gonna go with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich face base. And when I finish up rubbing this into my entire face, I'm gonna go with a really light primer. My Touch and Soul No Poreblem Prime Essence. This one I got it in my Boxy Looks. What I like about this is how really thin it is. And now we're gonna go for what we are here. Now I'm gonna start with the foundation. As I said, it is in the shade 128 Warm Nude. There was available a buff, I think it was buff beige, but I thought it was too pink. I rather got this one. It is has a little bit of a thick consistency, as you can see. Let's just apply it. I'm gonna go with my Luxie 532 brush to spread it into my complexion. I'm dotting in my entire face. And now I'm gonna buff it in. I think this shade is a good match only because I'm applying it in this manner, because I don't have any tan in myself. Believe it or not, the beach and I haven't get together yet. What I have left over in my brush, I'm going to apply a little bit in my neck. Well, so far I got a light to a medium coverage, and I really like the shade. Definitely I have to set this foundation because it's really tacky to the touch yet. I only use what I had in my hand and I use it entirely. So far, it isn't emphasizing my pores. It does look really nice on the skin. I'm gonna go for a second layer, and I think I took technically exactly the same amount as I did previously, I think. And now I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. I'm gonna dot it into my complexion. Well, what do we think? It applies evenly. It definitely looks really nice on the skin. It had melted into the skin. Also, I applied it with a brush and I did a really light application of it. I didn't go for its full coverage. I just went for a medium coverage, which is what I got in my skin. I use like 2 dime size of it, and you can layer it and it looks really good. So far I'm liking it. I don't feel it in my skin. It blends pretty easily. I don't know if it was the brush or it is the foundation, but I don't see any streakiness in the application or any telling that what I used for it was a brush. So far so good. Now let's go for the concealer. As I said, I have already used this concealer, which I like. Change the shade. I finally got it, or it was available in my local CVS. Oh, talking about CVS. CVS right now is having a sale in Maybelline. We have 40% off. If you live in Puerto Rico, you should go and grab what you need from Maybelline and take advantage of that. By the way, this is not sponsored. It is just letting you know when you can take advantage of a sale. I'm going to dot it in. This is a better shade. I'm going to apply it between my eyebrows and the bridge of my nose, my other eye, my cupid's bow, in my smile lines and in my chin. And now using my Real Techniques sculpting brush, I'm going to blend it into my skin. And this shade, I really like it better. It isn't as brightening as the other one that I have. This is a better match for me. It's blending really good and it looks so beautiful on top of the foundation that this combo so far, it is a really good one. I'm going to apply a little bit more of this concealer just in the really dark areas. I'm going to blend it. Really nice, really smooth. Looks brightened my under eye area and it blended beautifully into the foundation. So now I'm gonna go for the new shade that I got from the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. As I said previously, this is in the shade 05. It comes in the same packaging. I have a little bit in my cap. And now using my Real Techniques setting brush, I'm going to set my under eye. Firstly, I'm going to make sure that I don't have any creasing in my under eye. Now that I have done that, I'm going to the setting part. Well, so far it's doing a good job. My under eye doesn't look dry or cakey. Totally the opposite. Really smooth, really nice. It's doing a great job so far. I'm going to dust a little bit of the same powder in all of the places that I applied concealer. So far, is doing a really good job. So now we are gonna continue and I'm gonna set the rest of my complexion. I'm gonna use my other Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade 15 Light. And I'm using my Real Techniques. I think that is the 300 brush from the first Crush collection. to dust this in the rest of my complexion. Now that I have set everything, it is mattified firstly, and second of it, it doesn't look entirely matte. It looks kind of a satin finish because still you can see a little bit of luminosity in my skin, which I like that rather than having a really matte face. I haven't emphasized almost anything. Everything looks smooth, which it has to do only with the foundation and the powder because I didn't use anything to smooth out anything in my skin. I'm really liking this. I'm gonna do a couple of checkings to see about the longevity and how she behaves in my skin. I live in a tropical island. Also, it had been raining so much, which makes the humidity skyrocket. So let's see how everything works together. Now I'm gonna go for the bronzer. It is a new bronzer for me. It has been in the market a couple of months already. This is the one that I got. As I already said, I got the lightest shade, which is the 100. I think I'm gonna use the same brush that I use for my powder. It has a little bit of kick up in the pan, nothing major. And I'm going to bronze my skin. And I'm going to lightly apply it in all the places that the sun would naturally hit my skin. This I like, but it is more for a makeup, no makeup day. I really, really like the job that it's doing because it is buildable, first of all. It has pigment, but it isn't overwhelming that you have to be careful when you start applying it because I really have a bronze skin at the moment. It blends really nice. It blends so easily into the skin. It is working good with the rest of my complexion stuff. So good job. I don't contour much my nose, so that's why usually I use the same bronzer that I'm using in my face to give a little bit of structure to my nose. I don't have a Maybelline blush, which I don't know. I haven't looked for one that really caught my attention, so I'm gonna go for one that I really enjoy. I love this shade. This is from Nude. This is the Desert Rose. It is this peachy, nice, refreshing color, and I'm going to lightly apply it in my cheek area. It is so nice. And it also works good with the rest of my complexion stuff. Now I'm gonna go for highlight. And I'm gonna use the Maybelline Master Chrome. This is in the shade Molten Rose Gold 050. This is one of the shades that Tati Westbrook raves about from Maybelline. And I like it as well. But I use a light hand. I don't go so strong with it. A little bit in the bridge of my nose, in the flat area of my nose, and in my cupid's bow. haven't buffed my skin yet, and this is how everything is looking so far. Now I'm gonna use for buffing my Real Techniques Youthful Wear. This is in the shade Translucent Illuminating Finish, and I'm gonna work this into my entire complexion. Everything Physician Formula related has a really strong fragrance. This is how my skin looks so far. I haven't used any setting spray yet. I only did my eyebrows to look a little bit more completed. And as I said, I really like everything. It really flatters my skin. I look like I did something to my skin, but not overwhelming my skin. And everything works so nicely into one another. So this is a good makeup or good complexion day so far. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of setting spray into my skin. I'm going to use the Skin & Co. This is an illuminating setting spray. So it will change a little bit the appearance of a really mattified, but in a satin way, my complexion. And this is the completed skin. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and then we are gonna regroup. It is exactly 1:34 right now, so I have been wearing this foundation for around 7 hours and a half, and still looking flawless. I don't do touch-up, first of all. Second of it, today it is extremely hot and we have a lot of humidity, so this foundation is surviving everything, plus, well, foundation, powder, and concealer. They are surviving really good. So I think this foundation is a plus. My smile lines haven't been showing off more than they usually are, and also my expression lines in my forehead. This is my normal thing. It has nothing to do with the foundation. This is with or without foundation. Don't mind that. But I'm really liking it, and I like it a lot. And second of it, I forgot to let you know that I don't feel anything in my face. Anything as in my complexion products. This is a really good, and this is a plus. So I have another foundation that I like. And if you try it, let me know. Write it down in the comment section below. So sweet, this is it. I have finished up my entire face, and I was doing another review video of the eyeshadow palette that I have in my eye from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Nervina palette, that I finally made my mind to actually buy it. So that video will be uploaded first, so check out that one. But for what we're here, it is the review of the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protection Makeup Sunscreen Broad Spectrum 50. I didn't even give it a lot of thought about the 50, but that is amazing. I have already taken some pictures of myself, and it doesn't have any flashback because of the high broad spectrum, which is a really good thing. Also, it is antioxidant enriched pollution protection, which is another great thing, by the way. And so far so good. I applied this around 6 o'clock in the morning. It is already 10 in the morning. It has already passed 4 hours, and my face looks absolutely flawless. It looks, just applied this into my complexion. The same thing with my under eye. They look really good. Really enjoying applying this loose finishing powder as in setting powder for my concealer. The bronzer, I really like it. It is a really subtle bronzer, but it's buildable and it blends so nicely into my complexion products. They are also from Maybelline. I will keep on in mind to check how it behaves with some other products, but I think it would be as amazing as it is working right now. I like the shade, the new shade that I picked for concealer. I don't remember if I said it, but this is the Warm Light, the 115. I'm really liking this shade because I look brightened, but I don't look as I have a white spot under my eye. It looks normal. It looks not normal. I could use this shade for spot concealing or for a day that I would like to use only concealer instead of doing my entire complexion, because the other one I no, I couldn't get away with that. So far I'm giving it an A+. So sweets, if you like this video, press the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I really appreciate it. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a video, press the notifications bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, and by the way, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.